real time. So now let's talk about the HandySCAN and how we would scan those same two parts and what that setup would look like. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start with the A pillar, and you can see I've got a few targets on one side of the A pillar for the HandySCAN because it does require targets. Now, the targets don't necessarily have to be on the part, but the scanner has to see targets at all times in order to scan. So you can see we've got a few on one side of the part, and then you can see we have this targeted mat, and we have some fixtures that we're going to use basically to elevate the part, and then the little triangles will explain. So we'll get this all set up and we'll show you how to do it with the HandySCAN. Okay, so you see we have basically put this trim piece on that targeted map, and we've used those little fixtures just to raise it up off the mat a little bit. And this will make more sense when we get done scanning this side, but basically it makes it easy to edit the scan file. So the first thing I do is I quickly move around and I try to pick up all the targets on the mat and on the part, and you can see they're red and white. So the red targets it's using, the white ones it knows about, okay? And you can see we're just going to start and work our way around. Now theoretically you could just target up the whole part, those targets anymore, but it still knows where the targets are on the part, because I'm going to flip it over. I flip my fixtures here, and we're going to put the part upside down, and then we're going to drop in these little triangles here in a minute, and those will just help us to get those vertical surfaces better. You'll see that here in a minute. So I want to put it back on that targeted mat, so I've got targets all the way around, and I'll throw these little, let's call them vertical helpers. This will make more sense. Now, it's hard to see here, but we can still see the targets on the side of that part. You can see them there. The side of that part, those targets are there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to start scanning, and I'm actually going to aim right down, and you can see it flips over immediately because those targets were still known. Those targets were still in the file. So I grab those to get, basically get oriented with the part. Then I'm going to quickly scan around to get all the targets on the table and basically rebuild my target map so that it knows where they all are. And then I'm going to just start working my way across the part like we did the other side. Now, as with the MetraSCAN,